go. Let's start with some ASMR this time. Oh, I don't think I got any. Oh, I only got one. What?
This is my mechanical keyboard ASMR.
This is my mechanical keyboard. Is it set to stereo? I don't know. Mechanical keyboard ASMR.
I'm pretty sure people just watch ASMR because they're horny for the women
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
It's one of those parasocial things, except instead of watching a let's play or play a video game and it fills the role of them being your friend, it's
At first,
like fake intimacy with a girl.
yeah, I first heard about him in like 2013. And remember, I was gone in 2013. A friend emailed me and was telling me about it. What?
You were deployed.
I was, yeah, they deployed me. Um, and he was telling me about it, and he was like, "It's really cool. Listen to some of them. It makes when I watch them, it makes me like not horny anymore, and I don't watch porn or jerk off or whatever."
Hmm.
And
So what do
even
they do in these? Like they crinkle paper and shit.
they originally would just whisper
Okay.
and stuff, but then they started doing more stuff. I remember even back then it was always pretty girls. All the videos he sent me were all pretty girls, but slowly it got more like slutty. You'd have ASMR and it'd be like they'd have their tits exposed and they'd do like sexual innuendo stuff. So it slowly went down that funnel over time. I assume the ones who did that kind of thing got more views. Oh, okay. I don't know how close you are to ready, but oh, okay, there it goes.
I thought we were ready.
I didn't.
I thought you were
I didn't
recording.
switch to your window yet. And they didn't see you messing
Same.
around with the settings. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know, but there are lots of ways to pander to get more views if you're trying to get more views on stuff.
If we were women, we could just show our tits
Yep,
and then we'd get lots of views.
yep.
And then we could complain about how we're oppressed or something.
Yeah, do stuff to get attention and then pretend that you're like not doing it. So this is not Toho, right?
Yeah, this is Len'en 3.
Len'en.
Yeah. So Len and then apostrophe N.
Oh,
And it's
not
well,
my.
it appears to be broken because the sprites for the bullets are not lined up.
Hmm.
That's okay.
You know, though, if you were
If I were a real gamer, I wouldn't have to even look at the game.
if you were a
Memorize.
woman and you wanted to make videos on YouTube and stuff, if you got a following, you would always wonder if like you actually had talent or if like the guys were just after you to get in your pants or to ogle at you, jerk off to you or whatever. It's true for a lot of things though. Like if you're a male musician or you're like in a boy band or you're a pop star or something, then you would have that same dilemma. And female musicians as well, I suppose.
Female musicians.
I don't know.
The only female musicians I know of are rappers.
Have you heard of Adele or Lady Gaga?
Yeah, Lady Gaga's not female. No, she probably
I think
is.
what I heard on that is she had She was on like the intersex spectrum where she had, I think, what I think is called ambiguous genitalia.
What?
There's an interesting subject. We were like, what are we going to talk about? What happened this week? Some stuff happened, but not stuff that people would care about. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about that at some point if we get desperate enough. So when people talk about intersex or hermaphrodite,
Yeah.
some people, one in a lot, it's one in something like 100,000, a million, or more, has
Genetic issue where they...
genetic. Yeah, it's a genetic disorder. First of all, it's not like a type of sexuality, but that's another discussion. Where they have kind of a law. They're female, but have like a big clitoris that is sort of penis-like, or they're male, but they have a really small penis, and they have like what starts to look like the fold of a vagina. And once in a blue moon, there's one that's close to halfway between. In all cases, though, either one or the other or neither will actually work. You don't get to have like a womb and also testes and impregnate yourself or whatever. You have women with ambiguous genitalia and men, and there once in a while is one that's pretty close to the middle. The ones that are close to the middle are pretty much always sterile, I think. And if you're not sterile, then only one or the other works. I'm not aware of there ever being a case in history where someone had a working set of both sides.
I guess you could, yeah. So, what could happen is there could be twins, and then they could join. I guess that's one scenario where it could work, but that's the only way I can think of it working.
If they're twins and they join,
yeah. So
they have a split body. It's part male and part female.
So they would start as two different people, but then the cells combine. It's called chimerism, not like in mythology chimerism, but like.
Are those the ones where like they have two heads, or their body is like partially merged together?
So there's two distinct genetic cells, I guess.
Okay.
But during the pregnancy, the cells came together to form one body, and they didn't reject each other.
So is it one normal body, other than having two different sets of genes?
Yeah, effectively it's one person, but
Okay.
This actually happens sometimes with cats. But effectively they're just...
I wonder what would happen if they were opposite sexes, or if that's possible.
I don't know. I'm not really an expert on this. So take my word for it.
Anyway, with that thing though, when they're making the tranny arguments, whatever.
Yeah, they'll always use that as oh, gotcha.
Hey, there are these trace cases where someone has like XXY or XXX chromosome sets. So there are people that are different. There's not just the binary situation. Okay, idiot. Those are genetic disorders. They're not genders. They're not sexes. They're not a type of sex. They're an error. So, but anyway, they just bring that up to muddy the water. It's like, what percentage of people who have hermaphroditism, or however you say that as a noun.
Yeah, and how many of them actually like define themselves that way, or they just want to be called one or the other, you know?
Yeah, how many of them are actually become a transsexual?
And also, that's apparently what the trans movement was originally like sold as. It's like, hey, we actually just want to be the other sex, right?
Right. Yeah, you just like 10 or 20 years ago, you didn't see non-binary stuff.
Yeah, like effectively they were trying to become cis, you know.
Yeah, they invented that word at some point, and yeah, you only had male to female and female to male. You didn't have this other weird stuff, but they started making it up, and the left is all about, you know, unquestioningly accepting new ideas as long as somebody has a sob story to back it up.
Yep. I made it up.
This is who I am. Are you dehumanizing me? Are you rejecting my identity? And then they have to accept you.
I'll kill myself, and it'll all be your fault.
Then they have to. There's like, if someone on the left says that, they could say anything. Maybe there are some lines still. I mean, they're pushing those lines though, like pedophilia, or like I can't. It's like my sexual identity. I can't help it. That one's a little bit of a hard subject. A lot of politicians will shy away from that because people will be upset at them. But oh my gosh, I can't believe he survived that long. But in most cases, that's one exception. In most cases, if they say, you know, like I'm an animal and this is my identity and it's who I am, and you're gonna make me cry big ol' crocodile tears if you don't accept my identity, then they have to. Like, there's no argument. No one on the left is gonna argue with them.
If you make me cry, it's violence against me. Maybe I should play one of the games where the bullets are rendered correctly.
I would have just thought it was Toho if you didn't say otherwise.
Well, Toho costs money.
Gotta have their yen shekels.
Like, I don't know how to... Some of the games, you'd have to buy them on, like, a Japanese website, I suppose. The ones that aren't on Steam. But, and then they'll be in Japanese, and you gotta patch it. But
everyone should just make everything in English all the time.
Yeah.
I cannot translate Japanese to English or English to Japanese.
Too hard for me. I can't learn another language.
Everyone learn my language.
I'm American. You have to cater to me.
This is America. We want our dick sucked. We get our dick sucked. Ask the pilgrims.
The pilgrims.
I stole that from a guy. That wasn't my joke. Well, I'm off today. I slept for like 3 hours last night. I barely ate anything. I had like an apple and one of those honey oat bars an hour or two ago, and I'm still not hungry.
I wish I didn't have to eat.
That'd be good. I wish I could not eat or sleep. And I'd do
If
all
I were a
my
vampire, I wouldn't kill anyone. I would just stay in my house and play video games. That's literally what I would do.
You wouldn't have to... Wait. Won't they, like, starve if they don't drink blood, though?
It depends on who's writing it, but...
If you could just not sleep or eat... Well, you still need a house, though.
I would...
Live with your parents.
I would just raid the Red Cross fridge every so often. What are they gonna do? Stop me? I'm a vampire. You can't stop me.
Just walk in and steal it.
Flip off the doctors on your way out. My blood now, bitch. Have to enter the bone zone.
You're in the bone zone now, boy. What happened this week? Was there? Trying to think
The
of.
endless haha funny of the politicians is always
Yeah,
the funny politician show.
yeah. I saw more articles on DeSantis. He's like, why did you remove the illegal immigrants? Are you racist?
Is he? We say you are, so therefore you are.
No. He said that, or something to that effect.
Oh, it's
To the
like, why'd you
people.
remove him from your
Yeah.
special gated community?
Come on, don't you want diversity? But
That is
yeah,
that is a
it's the usual theater. People on the right have figured out that you can catch attention by being really, I don't know, by epically owning the libs, which I will say that was funny, and that was clever what he did. But like after Trump did that kind of thing, everybody figured out that that's what people on the right like now. Though I guess it's not a terrible thing. It's better than them being pansies all the time and not getting anything done. Although, doing something to piss liberals off isn't necessarily the same thing as actually getting something done, though.
Mm. Well, the thing is, I don't think. Okay, so Trump will break their toys if he gets presidency again. If DeSantis gets presidency, then like he'll do the Republican thing, but he'll keep the system intact, which I think is what they want.
Yeah, yeah. I think we talked about this a little one time, but my thing on DeSantis is he's kind of the legacy conservative candidate, and the the RNC as well as the swamp in general probably wants him. And I remember in 2016, everyone was saying that Ted Cruz was definitely going to be the Republican nominee. That was what everybody told me before it was Trump. Um, and I kind of learned in 2016 that you need to not listen to what like polls and the media and experts are saying, but rather look at who seems to have the most cultural momentum. Um,
Would you say that's Trump?
right now,
Yeah.
I would say Trump still is the most popular. We'll see what happens when they do like the um, uh, shoot, I forgot the word when they start doing the Republican convention and stuff. But
It's just, I don't know, like Trump isn't the best because like he did support some pretty bad laws as far as the Second Amendment goes, but
right, yeah,
so does
he's not.
DeSantis. Like DeSantis had some support for red flag laws.
Yeah, yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who
Completely based.
yeah, who's nobody probably who's like your based hero is ever going to be uh,
Real.
is never going to be
He's not
elected.
going to be considered, at least.
He's probably not going to make it very far. If he does, he's probably going to go out like Kennedy.
I mean, you see libertarian candidates that are very pro 2A, but frankly, they don't have a chance. So
Yeah, they might get small.
and you say that to libertarians, and they go, "Oh no, if you just considered it, and everyone changed their minds and voted for the libertarians, then maybe we'd have a libertarian president."
It would be better if everyone voted for who they liked the most and didn't think they had to rally behind one of the big two candidates. But reality is that's probably not ever going to happen. So we're a two-party system.
Uh,
But regardless, oh, you closed the
uh-oh.
game. Now I see your Discord.
I know. Game uses shift. Oh, and I'm dead.
Now someone's gonna come find you in all your groups and harass you.
Gonna dox me. It's okay, I'll just delete my Discord, I don't care. With 3 accounts, I can make another. What are we talking about?
What?
Since I moved to the south, I've actually heard people say finna.
Finna?
And I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It means fixing to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like trina. So apparently it's become common in some places to say trina, as in trying to, and it means I want to. Like
Okay.
I'm not trying to go out to your gay bars with you right now. Tuts.
And go out to the gay bar.
I'm not finna
Finna go to the
I'm
gay
not
bar.
finna go to your drag shows, woman.
I love drag shows.
You really
So-
should go to a drag show sometime. It's like the last transgressive art out there.
Oh yeah.
I saw
That's
it.
transgressive to make.
Or no, he said subversive art. They kind of, I think, they sort of mean the same thing. But
Are you
anyway.
doing a Bosch impression?
No, that was actually this dude at a concert I went to. Are they local to my state? Before I talk about this band, let me make sure that they're not a local band. Otherwise, that would be bad. What was their name even? Oh, I remember.
The Rape Dwarf.
And make sure that they're not a local band, because sometimes these opener bands a South African country musician based in Canada.
I see.
His default album was Pony.
Pony.
Okay, so Orville Peck is this like gay country band.
Okay.
Of
course he supports drag shows then.
Yeah.
You
I don't know
can't
if he's
be
gay.
normal.
Their songs are kind of about gay stuff, and when they were there, they were opening for someone else at the show, and all the people who looked like they were there specifically for them were like really gay looking. So
Really.
yeah, like some real fruit bowls, like men with like girls' clothes and makeup and stuff like that. A real piece of fruit, huh? Real piece
Like
of fruit,
Sniper.
huh?
Sniper calls people fruit shop artists or something.
Who
What
does?
does he say? Fruit shop owners?
Oh, Sniper.
Yeah.
I
I
mostly
hope they
picked that up from True Capitalist Radio. He
Uh,
always calls people fruit bowls and fruits and stuff, and says that they're fruiting up. They're fruiting up my broadcast.
Meat.
You're fruiting up my stream with this anime game.
You're gaying up my house with your cleansing spells. That didn't land.
Anyway,
I shoot myself.
you're good.
I hope Bitcoin goes to 0, because then I can kill myself.
That's all you need in life. You just need enough shit to happen that you're like, no one can blame me at this point.
If you legally beg for crypto at the end of your stream or YouTube video, you should probably kill yourself. You
Yeah.
should pay me, but in this specific form of payment that I accept and nothing else.
Yeah, so that was the thing. So,
Do you want to talk about that?
yeah, why not? So Ashley Jones, the queen of slash pole from like 7, 8 years ago, has suddenly showed up again to reclaim her throne.
Get some simp money, probably.
Get some simp money. Yeah, I saw she made a new video. She looks like almost the same. I thought it was an old video at first. Like she doesn't look like any old. She doesn't look any older at all. Anyway,
Because she uses Arch.
she had this web. She made this website. She or somebody made this whole website for her. It looks like one of those old like mid 2000s HTML websites, which that's pretty based. Yeah, just a pure HTML website. None of this interactive JavaScript widget bullshit. But it looked kind of like one of those.
Yes, that's an HTML only.
Yeah. Wait, what?
CSS and HTML.
Right. Yeah.
No background scripts.
Yeah. No scripts. That was what it looked like. I don't know if it had any. I didn't look. But anyway, it looks. I don't know. Kind of like one of those like fan sites that they used to make on /A for stuff, or like sites that a kid would make in a high school web programming class. It looks kind of like it was like cluttered on purpose, cluttered and messy on purpose, like as a joke. But anyway, she made this video, and I'm pretty sure it's a new video because it talks about like modern issues, stuff that wasn't going on in 2015. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and she wants you to give her Monero. No, I guess. And the site was full of all this like. In the last 7 years, I guess she went from pole /pole /pole schizo to like /pole like paranoid psychopath. And
What's that?
I don't know. She's talking about like there's going to be an alien invasion. She was talking about like astral projection.
Sounds like she's been doing drugs. That would explain the Monero. Okay.
There's a bunch of like weird porn and shit on it.
Yeah, you told me there's like old people porn.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of weird porn on there. I don't know what she's on now, but what was I gonna say?
Probably lithium.
Oh yeah, she was talking about how like how people shouldn't shave, how like you shouldn't shave your natural body hair, and such.
Yeah.
That's a good. Oh, that's a good topic we could talk about. We haven't. That might be interesting. But that was kind of disappointing because I shave. And I shave my face every day. I've been doing it every day lately because I figured out that it doesn't rash if I do it every day. And I do a clipper on my whole body about every couple months because my arms and legs get really, like the hair gets really long. It starts to look a little bit gross.
Well, I think so. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh." So one thing that like people realize unconsciously but don't utilize it is that there's like a base level of presentability, and like even just little things like shaving and combing your hair makes a big difference. And we like to think that looks don't matter, but in actuality looks really matter.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't show up to a job interview like in a t-shirt and
Yeah,
wearing no deodorant, which a lot of people down here in the South don't wear fucking deodorant.
That sucks. It gets sweaty, like in the humid areas. It gets sweaty as well, right?
Yeah, it's hot as shit here. No one's wearing fucking deodorant.
Oh man,
You walk around and I can smell you from like
I can smell you.
I can smell you from like a block away. Jesus Christ.
That
Anyway,
sucks.
that's a random tangent. Fuck.
Damn, now people are really gonna harass you on Discord. You've gotta, you gotta have a backup window covering your Discord for when your stuff crashes.
Yeah, I should just.
Here's Andrew. I got my job with a hoodie and sweatpants.
Oh.
Andrew, what do you think about Ashley Jones? I know you're from one of those Discord groups. Don't lie to me.
He probably thinks she's the queen of bull.
I think she's a pretty cool guy. Anyway, so my thing on that, men, I don't know. I dislike I don't know. I think really bushy pubic hair. You got to do a clipper on it every once in a while. It's nasty, but on girls especially,
Yeah.
you got. I don't know. I don't know. They claim the people who make this argument claim it's like a cultural thing. Like they say you have to. These razor companies or whatever want to sell more razors or whatever the fuck they say. So they tell women they have to shave their legs and arms or whatever, and so then they have to. So then they all do it, and then they sell lots of razors, which whatever. Okay, I don't like hair on girls. I don't like any hair on girls. Pubic hair, leg hair especially. Even arm hair, though. And if they have, like, peach fuzz on their face, that's disgusting. If you're a girl, you shouldn't have any hair on your body beneath your eyes. You can have your eyelashes and your eyebrows and the top of your head. And everything else should be squeaky clean waxed. Waxed, laser hair removal, the whole thing. I plead the fifth. He says, I knew it. I knew you were from that fucking group.
That's okay.
I assume somebody's posted it on /poll at this point, though.
Posted what?
The video, the website. I know people still remember her. People always remember her whenever people talk about it. If I ever talked about it, people would recognize her. So some people still remember her.
Rip.
Anyway, that's what's your opinion? You have more experience in that department.
With women? Like shaving?
With
Or just
with women's bodies?
with Ashley Jones in general?
No, with women. Not Ashley. No, you don't.
That's frankly, I think I've seen like 2 videos of her, and she said the N-word and whatever.
Yeah, that's the Queen of Pole. The former Queen of Pole. Now she's like the
X.
She's the Führer of Pole now. Anyway,
She has her own half-chan now.
half-chan is 4chan. That's why 8chan people called 4chan half.
Well, she has some
You're half
board,
the chan we are.
and it's got very few
It's
people, and they're very interesting to interact with.
Wait, did you post there?
You have to make an account. I don't think.
No. It's kind of like 4chan. It's like a bootleg version of 8chan, the thing that they're on.
Okay.
Anyway,
I don't know. I think I insulted someone and then left, but
that's what you got to do. That's all you got to do. You just run him over with your bus. Oh, we should use that as a subtitle for one of these. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, pubic hair or like body hair. What do you think of body hair on women? That was what I was asking you.
I don't mind pubes, to
Okay.
be honest. I think
Any?
armpit
Just
hair is
just
like
let
if
it
it's
grow.
a lot, if there's a lot, you gotta shave that. I'm sorry, but I know it's natural to grow it. Obviously, it's natural because your body's doing it, but so is not
Yeah.
like you naturally smell bad if you don't bathe. So
Right. Yeah. I was gonna bring that up when you finished. Like, just because something happens naturally doesn't mean like that's the thing that you should do. Like, the fact that your body produces, I don't know, they're like your body produces oils to self cleanse itself, or whatever the hell. Okay. Well, the fact is, if you don't shower, you're gonna smell like shit, and then you're going to fail your biological imperative to reproduce. And so, who's really being healthier here?
yeah, you've people have smelled homeless people before. That's what you naturally
Yeah,
smell like.
that's why you smell like when you don't bathe or shower. So, or like my brother was doing this thing for a while where he was like, I'm doing the no poo. You don't ever use shampoo ever because your hair
Oh,
naturally produces.
I
Uh,
thought you meant like no shitting. It's like no
no,
pooing.
don't.
No shit November.
Yeah, just save up all your shit and then blow it out at some douchebag's house party.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it green
Go to a
text? That's
frat
one of my
house and
It's one of my favorite green text stories ever. It's probably fake, but it was really funny. Uh, yeah. So okay, so you would still say if it's really long, at least do like a clipper on it, or do like a landing patch or whatever with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say ideal is just no hair, but I could compromise for that if that was an issue with a hypothetical girlfriend or wife.
Hypothetical. In actuality, they will not listen to you, and they will do whatever they want.
And then they'll say that like you're being mean, you're unreasonable, demanding, or like it's the patriarchy. The patriarchy is telling us that we need to shave. Listen here, men.
The glowies, the glowies are telling you to shave through your cell phone.
Listen
The cell
here, Womixen,
phone mix.
women, women, however you say that phonetically. Uh, I have to shave my face. Okay, I have thick hair, thick German body hair. I guess I could. For a long time I would shave it every couple days, but then it takes way longer. It chafes a lot. I shave my face every day, and your face is the hardest thing to shave. All right, it's way harder than shaving your legs. I have I
Balls.
have attempted. Oh, that's a good point. I have attempted
Balls pretty
shaving.
good.
I've attempted shaving pretty much everything at some point. I'm not facing my microphone. I've attempted shaving pretty much everything at some point, and legs and arms are by far the easiest thing. Even your chest is harder because like you have to work your way. Yeah, you have to be like kind of dance your way around your nipples, or you'll like snap the top of your nipple off with your razor.
You have no nipple. He'll be a freak. You can never
I
go
was
to the
born
toilet
without
bowl
nipples.
again. Look at that freak.
Men should
No
just not have
nipple,
nipples. I
Ned.
didn't.
Call him.
I didn't like.
Well, back in my day, we had this boy down at the swimming pool, and I called him Corn Pop, and he said he was
Oh.
called No Nipple Ned, and I said, get out of here, fuck face. I'm President Joe Biden. I'll rape your family. That's my presidential voice. I need to turn off sticky keys. I'm gonna kill
Trying to
myself.
think of a joke for Trump. I'm not motivated to do Trump. Andrew says, I'm going to start shaving my legs because I'm afraid of getting ticks when I'm walking through brush. It's easier for them to latch on and harder to see if you have long leg hair. Do you go bushwhacking a lot? That's interesting.
Wax a lot of bush.
I want to whack bush, but I'd prefer to whack non-bush. Know what I'm saying? I didn't like pubic hair on myself either. When I first had like one spire of bold pubic hair right out of the middle of my pelvis when I was like 12 years old or something, I was like, what the freak is this crap?
Fuck this shit.
No, 12-year-old me. Did I curse when I was 12?
Probably.
I started cursing when I was 12 or 13, and then it was all downhill from there.
You learned it from us.
From you?
Not
Did you
just
do it
me.
back then? From our other friend. From our other friends in middle school who ruined me.
All of our friends. Our friend group. What a bunch of delinquents,
I
right
was
there.
like, what the frick is this shiz? And I grabbed that sucker and pulled it right out. And I did that a number of times, and I finally gave it up when there were so many of them. I couldn't keep up with them. But yeah, I'm very hairy, and I think it looks gross when it gets really long. So I do the clipper on the whole thing every few months. Oh, this one has some translated text. Is it all translated? I didn't notice it until
Yeah,
now.
I have an English patch on this one.
Okay.
The last one I do have the English patch. I just didn't have it installed. I forgot to. For Fairy War. It's pretty funny. It's about Cerno fighting the other fairies because they destroyed her house. Because they were trying to get her to prank the humans.
Okay.
So in order to get her attention, they destroyed her house. Because they're fairies and they do that, I guess.
That's what you do when you're in Japan.
That's what I do to get my friends' attention as I blow up their house. I say, hey, I see you have a gas oven. And I have a Zippo lighter.
I play a funny prank on him. We do a little bit of trolling.
A wee bit of trolling. Oh, you know.
Oh, you know it, laddie.
You
Hassan Piker.
I'm coming for you, laddie.
So I was thinking earlier today, when there's like World War III or whatever, and there's like the rebellion states against like the federal states or whatever you call them. Maybe the South will rise again, and we'll have like the Confederate and the Union states.
So the South might just be the liberal side this time, though. You know.
The South.
Yep.
Well, you've got Texas, and
Texas.
well, other than the Bayou area, they're pretty red. There are some Southern liberals, but I think they're outnumbered by Southern conservatives. But anyway, I assume the blue areas, the blue territory, will be more like you got California and New York, obviously, most of the East Coast and most of the West Coast. At least the urban areas. Thing is, it's just the urban areas, though. Like you get into the rural areas, and they're more conservative. But they'll own that territory probably than any of the lower population states in the Midwest and in the North, and a lot of the southern ones, and the western ones, of course, are more conservative. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. What I was going to say is, when we have the World War III, if the rebellion side takes Hassan captive at some point, like if we capture a city and somebody finds Hassan and we take him prisoner, we should have We should feed him to Sam Hyde for sport. Have him have like a cage
Sam
match.
Hyde needs his protein.
Gotta make your protein macros. You might not get a whole lot from Hassan though. He'd probably get too much estrogen from Hassan. He might want to just kill him and not eat him.
Feed him to the dogs.
Feed him to Sam. We'll have a big coliseum where we have such events. And whenever we catch like bread tube people like Hassan or like Destiny or Vosh, we execute them by feeding them to Sam Hyde. We have Sam Hyde and he's in there, he's like chained up. And then
That's
like
all we feed him.
the local warlord is like, release him, and they undo his chains.
Like the what's that, the thing in Star Wars?
Yeah, I
For a
don't
minute,
remember what it's called.
Pit? Not the Sarlacc, but the thing, the monster thing.
The worm thing.
No, not that. Jabba has one.
The big, yeah, the pit, like the thing that, yeah, I know what you mean. I forgot what it's called.
That'll be Sam Hyde in our hypothetical future in Minecraft. Our Minecraft server
when we're in Minecraft and there's like server wars in Minecraft, and we take over Vosh's server and we take Vosh hostage. We'll have like a morale boosting.
Hey, you can't say naughty words in Minecraft anymore. They'll ban your account.
In actual Minecraft or in like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Since Microsoft bought it, they've added a bunch of, like, I don't know, no one asked for that, you know, a censor for the text chat in Minecraft. That's what I wanted. I didn't want more features.
That's what I wanted in Minecraft. I wanted word filters. I think we need more moderation in this game. That's what although that is the case sometimes. I think TF2 could do with more moderation.
Any amount. Hey, we had a hashtag campaign, and now Valve said they're gonna fix everything. Which they haven't yet, but they said they're gonna. They've sent out a patch or two, though. They've made the frame rate of the skeletons higher. That's it. They fixed a couple bugs. It's sad though, because like private servers have solutions to get rid of the sniper bots, but the official game doesn't.
A lot of them are stupid now. They're all like 100% crits, and they have all these mods on them. It's hard to find good servers. You can't find them anymore in like the legacy server browser.
Good help.
Which makes me sad because I like using that. It reminds me of my childhood. But you have to do the matchmaking now, or you won't be able to find anything good.
I usually just go on Uncletopia because they have a working bot filter.
Can you monologue for like 30 to 45 seconds? I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
Very fast bathroom trip.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, the Rings of Power is this Amazon show, and it's no one really knows what's happening because nothing's happening in it, and that's good. There's elves, I guess, and there's dwarves, and it's haha, look at us. I know. That's all I do is watch TV. I also like Toho. I got into Toho from the memes. Like most things that I get into, I looked at the memes first and then started playing the games because the games look hard and I like hard games. I just installed this game today for the stream because it's basically Toho, but you know. As you can see, it's got some problems. Like the sprite's not working correctly. Or maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. I don't know why you would do that, but yeah. I talked with this old boomer couple the other day or yesterday. So the wife is a teacher at the college, and she teaches like family consulting. She's a family consulting. I don't know what you call it. And she's very much into social justice, and so that's what's happening in colleges. The husband though he's an interesting one because he also teaches, but he doesn't teach at the school.
Okay, I'm back.
He teaches like self-defense, or no, not self-defense. He teaches like Secret Service agents. And anyway, it's weird to see an old couple with such polarized political stances like that, because she's about as left as you can possibly get, and he seems to be like, he got quiet when they were talking about like social justice and all that, and diversity, and they were talking. So this was
I'm back.
yeah.
Who are you talking about?
So this is some family,
Okay.
and so yeah, they're pretty far removed. So they're not like close family. They're like grandpa's
Oh, okay, got it.
stuff.
You said the wife is left and the husband is more right?
Yeah, and it's very, very much so.
Oh.
Because like he teaches gunplay essentially for like high level military, like Secret Service.
Oh,
That
really?
sort
Wow.
Yeah, and she's like whatever liberal thing she teaches at her college. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm all
Diver-
about they's."
diversity studies.
Yeah, it's like if someone's pronoun is they, we should respect that. And I'm like, why not it? And he's like, yeah, why not it? Because they is plural technically.
Yeah, they sound softer. Well, sometimes
Like,
you say they. I got in a huge argument with about this on 4chan one time. Some ESL idiot was like, "You say they when you're referring to, like it can replace she or him in any context." And I'm like, no, it's for using when it's ambiguous, when it's intentionally ambiguous, or when the gender is unknown. Uh, so sometimes you say they in some contexts, I guess. So that's why they started
but why
using that.
wouldn't that was one of the things we got into, is like, why is it, like, because it's insulting to use it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
It's
I mean,
associated with inanimate
it
objects, I
is
suppose.
technically singular and gender neutral, so why don't you use it? It went to the bathroom.
I don't know. It's associated with non-humans, I suppose.
Send it to the ranch. Send them to the ranch. Send
I
them
agree,
to...
though. That would make more sense. It'd make just as much sense.
That's right. We need gender neutrality. We need the Gender Neutrality Act.
They're trying to get rid of gender neutrality.
Donald Trump's trying to take away your COVID shots.
Donald Trump's trying to take. His FCC nominee is trying to take away your gender neutrality. How are we going to have the internet without gender neutrality?
I think actually it would be good if there was gender neutrality, because then they couldn't hire you based off of your gender. Haha.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what we wanted. Because, well, sexism isn't really about, like gender. It's more about like it's like power. It's like your institutional power. It's power.
Oh yeah, it's like gender
Power.
privilege. I'm gender privileged.
Yeah, power
Gender privileged
plus
because of you.
privilege.
What's in your pants?
No wait. Power plus prejudice.
Power
So,
plus penis equals oppression and society.
so I figure if I'm at the top of the prejudice pyramid,
We can just make everyone gender neutral by castrating everyone at birth. I think
Yeah.
that'd be nice and progressive. And then they could select their own gender when they're older. Because you
that's a
can't
good idea.
consent to being a gender.
They should do that in like California.
Yeah. I love California.
Reproducing is gross anyway. Have you ever thought about how gross having a family is?
Yeah, it's like farm animals. That's what farm animals do. Is they breed.
Like let's not. Okay, let's not.
All you need to do is to do your little tech job, and then die, and then
We're
have
all
your
just
body composted for
we're all just heckin'
crickets.
space dust
We'll
arena.
feed your body to crickets when you die, and then you can be
We'll
more
give your
food
body.
for more humans who can work their little tech jobs.
That's the optimized existence.
This
Don't-
is my job. I
don't be a
write Python
chud.
scripts.
Don't-
It's uploaded to the Kubernetes the cloud at my job. We write little Python scripts, and it automates the whipping of Mexican slaves that we let in our country. If they act up, it automatically deports them.
I'm an IT support.
If it detects that they have any right-leaning views, it automatically calls ICE and deports them.
I'm an IT support technician. I work in Silicon Valley, and the other day, someone from the fucking sales team says the internet isn't working, and I go there and turn it off and back on, and he thinks I'm a wizard for it, and I said, fuck you, and then I made a rage comic about it, and I posted it to F7U12.
F7. Is that still around?
No, probably.
I remember getting banned off of that for telling someone to kill themselves.
They weren't.
There's a lot of admins on these websites. They must get paid pretty well for how aggressive they are.
Yeah.
Like, there's security guards who aren't even that devoted to their jobs. And they're getting paid, you know?
It's a real job. You dedicate real man hours to it. So I'm sure they must be paid a lot. And they don't just do it for a fleeting sense of importance in some kind of social circle.
Kill me. Idiots are now thinking.
Stop. Idiots at work. It's almost
Anyway.
an hour.
What is Ashley Jones known for? Like, what? Because I know 4chan likes a lot of women.
Right, yeah, you have a
and they're
handful of these dramas involving some girl over the history of 4chan. Okay, we can do the whole shtick on Ashley since we're already talking about her. Basically, there was this little boy on /poll, and he pretended to be a girl and made racist videos. There was one video in particular, I think, where she like wears blackface and talks about having black privilege or something to that effect. And
Boy?
What?
Did you say there's a boy that did it?
No, I'm joking. It's because they always make that joke. For
Oh.
like her and other e-girls, they like say that it's actually a trap. So she gets her fair amount of that as well, even though she doesn't look like a boy at all.
His hair,
So,
basically the same thing.
huh? Yeah, short hair. What are you, gay? You like girls with short hair? No.
I like girls with short hair.
Yeah, we've been through this. If
We've
you
been through it.
if you are 100% straight,
If you're a girl and you have short hair and you like that style, that means you're actually a boy secretly, and you need to be
yeah,
chemically castrated.
yeah, that's what they tell them in the high schools nowadays.
Yep.
We've got to get more anti-tranny propaganda in the high schools.
I suppose
Save the tomboys. What?
I could actually become a high school teacher with my qualifications. There's a big shortage of them around here.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a 1 week test to get your teaching license.
Go there
Like 1 week of courses and then a test.
and save the tomboys.
Save the tomboys. I mean, that's a little weird because they're high school age. But
No, it's just make sure that they
I'd probably get
understand.
fired because
Yeah,
I'm like, hey,
yeah,
you know,
probably. Hey, whatever
that'd
they're
be
telling
fun,
you
though.
at like the sex therapy clinic isn't true. Don't take those hormones. You'll regret it in a few years. Anyway, yeah, they always say that. What was I talking about?
I don't know, Ashley. So she pretended to be black or something.
She did blackface in one or two videos, and somebody posted it to World Star videos, World Star Hip Hop, and it got like a couple million views, I think. Oh, and then someone posted it somewhere else as well, like Facebook or something. Anyway, so that was how it started, and that was in like 2014. And she made
Do you
a
think
bunch
she
of
liked
videos.
microwave pizza?
Do I think she liked microwave pizza?
Do you think she likes microwave pizza? Or do you think she's more of a go to restaurant and get it?
Oh, there was a whole thing on the website about like, was it vegetarian? Was it just vegetarian or was it full vegan? She like is super anti meat or whatever. Apparently,
Ashley?
yeah. Or well, so she says on the website. Frankly, it struck me as sort of facetious. Either she's gone completely insane, or there was a little bit of satire
I mean,
to the website.
Paul will do that to you.
Yeah, that's what. If she's not like, if there's no irony to the stuff she wrote on the website, that's the result of a decade of browsing Poll for hours every day. That's what they'll do to you.
Huh.
But I don't know. Anyway, there was stuff on that. Wait, what were you talking about? Microwave pizza.
I don't know.
Okay,
Just seems
whatever. Anyway,
You can gain a lot from someone if they say, "Oh, I like the microwave pizzas," or if they say, "No, I'll never eat that shit. I only go to the Domino's." You know what I'm saying?
I actually cooked a pizza in the oven for the first time a couple weeks ago. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
much. I'm not much of a cook myself. I am more of a ramen and chicken patties kind of guy.
Need a trad wife who can
That
make
would
your
be
pizza for you. You need an Italian trad wife.
that would be a big plus for me if I was dating a girl who was really good at cooking, because I'm not.
That's oppression though.
Yeah,
For
it's
your
one of
man.
these traditional gender roles. Yeah. No, that's one traditional gender role I definitely fall into. That is not among my skills that I've developed. I never did. When I lived with my parents, I didn't do it at all. I just had mommy cook for me all the time. And when I moved out, I figured out how to do stuff like fry hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that. So, yeah, that would be a big plus for a girl, for a prospective girl. Anyway, yeah, so she made that kind of thing for a while, and then sometime in 2015, she randomly disappeared, and no one really knew why. And then she reappeared all of a sudden, seven
Started asking
something
for
years later.
Monero.
What?
Started asking for Monero.
Yeah, and asking for money. You know, in the old
Nice.
videos, I recall her saying that she didn't want money. She didn't. People were offering money to her, like her simps were offering her money, and she refused, which I thought that was cool. So I'm a little annoyed that she's asking for money now,
Eh,
but I guess that was when she was a kid, and now she's an adult. So now you gotta pay the bills somehow, and heaven knows you can't have a normal job or a normal bank account, so you gotta just bank on investing in crypto, right?
yeah.
And if the market is crashing, then you're just SOL, aren't you?
I'm sure if you use Monero, there's no way they can track you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way your transactions have any kind of footprint to them. Oh, but
Well,
if you use this exchange, if you only use these secret exchanges without know your customer in them, then Globo Homo can't
they
trace
can't
you.
find. Well, that's the thing is like every sale could potentially be compromised, right?
Yeah, it's
Like if you
you gotta
buy,
make
like heroin online off of the Silk Road. Well, Silk Road's not around anymore because it was compromised. Um,
no,
but
now it's run by the CIA.
yeah, well, it was a. Is that a honeypot where it's ran fake for a little while to get some customers so they could bust them,
Is that a honeypot? Um,
or it's just like it was compromised. That's the point.
yeah, I think that falls under honeypot. Yeah, although honeypot is more like what 4chan is, where they have all these people talking about their based ideas, but they can subpoena them for IPs anytime they want to. They probably
It's
even have their hands in the server.
it's not entrapment.
Yeah. So
Not
if you're
nothing.
discussing based matters on 4chan, you better have 7 proxies.
Yeah,
Oh, I think you are done with
I
your
died.
game now, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's been an hour. We'll switch over.
I don't know. I didn't know what to do today, so I'm doing the.
Minesweeper.
I was thinking about doing Minesweeper sometime. So I'm like really good at Minesweeper because I used to play it a lot when I was just bored. So I might do that
Yeah,
sometime. I'm not really in the mood for that today though.
Minesweeper is interesting because it's like it's just like the GUI tools that is used to
There it
make it,
goes.
right?
Sorry, say that again.
It's like it's just built with like GUI tools, right?
Um, I if I do it on the stream sometime, they remade this game and now all my progress is gone. So I have to go back to the baby levels. Uh, if I play it, I always play the XP version, the Windows XP version, because that's the only cool one. Cruelty Squad? No, I don't think I have. I'm not sure I've heard of that. Um,
But
it's always the Windows XP version because it's not Minesweeper if it doesn't have the freaking dude with the smiley face with the sunglasses. How can I feel good about myself for winning if I don't have the smiley face with the sunglasses at the end? So yeah, I like the XP one. What did they use to make it? If it was modern Windows, they would have used WP Forms with C# probably. But I don't know what the equivalent of that back then would have been. I don't know how old C# is actually. I assume it's getting up there now. Oh, there it goes. This thing wasn't rotating color schemes. That's burning my eyes.
called cum. The cum
You shouldn't
burns
ever
my eye.
you shouldn't ever clean yourself up after sex, because that's natural.
Yeah, if I come on her face, no going and wiping that off.
That's
I'll leave it
natural.
there.
It's natural, and anyway.
That's
I feel like
gross.
there was something else I was gonna.
Well,
There's something else I was
that's
gonna say.
sad
I
that she
forget.
doesn't like meat. If she doesn't like meat,
Yeah, that.
because meat, the best food you can possibly
Oh
consume.
yeah, yeah. She talked about her ideal man and basically described Sam Hyde. He was like, I like fat guys. I like guys who are like 20 years older than me. Oh, and she said she's married. Supposedly she's married. Uh, and you shouldn't ever shave. You shouldn't ever have any hair. You should never shave your natural hair. And that's the opposite of me. I joke about being a neck beard and stuff, but I'm not at all. You would think I was like a normie, maybe even a jock, if you saw me. If I'm not wearing like some anime shirt or what, I don't have anime shirts actually. If I'm not wearing like some like meme shirt or whatever, you would never know that I'm a 4chan type. So I guess she wouldn't like me. I guess it was never meant to be.
Damn Hyde.
She did say, yeah. She says she's married to a guy who's 15 years older than her. And I believe Sam Hyde is in his late 30s. And he definitely has unkempt facial hair. And he's a little bit overweight. So I guess he's like her ideal. That's what a woman really wants. They say they want these like BTS. These BTS soy boys. What they really want is a man with some cushion for the impact. A man with some extra energy storage for if you ever get COVID. For if you get the flu.
That's it, Blue Anon. We've got him this time.
I wouldn't. I can grow a beard, but I don't like them. I used to have a goatee.
Really? I don't think I ever saw you with a goatee.
No,
No.
I had it. I tried to have it in high school, but it wasn't happening back then. I did not have thick enough hair. I tried to do it when I was like 17 or 18, and it didn't look good. And then I did it again when I was about 21, and then I shaved it when I was 22, 23. I didn't do it anymore after that. It's not rotating the colors between each set of levels. I would never get fat either. If a girl told me she wanted me to be fat, that would be it. That'd be the end. There'd be no question. Shit.
Why?
How do I even...
I've heard... Do people want that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess there are some
Well,
people
there are some
who...
guys who are kind of chubby chasers. How do you do this?
How do you do what?
The freaking level I'm on.
Stream it to me, because I can't see it through the YouTube.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Here, I'll stream it to you. I think I have plenty of bandwidth right now for this. Oh, there it is. Okay. That was on a kind of weird level. They're starting to get slightly trickier. Oh, here's a machine gun. Yeah, that... Tell everybody to change their names. Crap. That's what I need, though, is I need a pole schizo GF.
Pole schizo GF.
They're few. They're hard to find, though.
Maybe she'll leave and then show up at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, he's got some girl problems going on as well. What do you guys think you should think if your girlfriend comes back from like some party at 5 in the morning? Is that a normal thing to do? You just gotta live and love, right? Just live, laugh, love.
I don't know, maybe, I think that's in her family, that's like what they would do, but...
Okay.
Because her dad was a frat boy, so... I don't know, there's been lots of stuff going on with her and her family, but I'm sure they'll get over it.
Oh.
They always do.
Changed my color. I don't think I can reach that.
Changed my color.
I wish I could change my color. I wish I wasn't white anymore. I wish I could rip this white skin off of me. I'm gonna write a slam poem. A slam poem? I'm gonna write a slam poetry about how I wish I could tear my white skin off.
Okay, here we go. I see myself in the mirror, and I'm disgusted by my milky white skin. Oh, I need the bongos, actually.
Is this snapping the crowd listening to you?
I was trying to, like, go for bongos, but didn't really work. Yeah, I would buy bongos just for that joke. Make some bongos out of an old oatmeal container. I don't eat oatmeal, but that's how you do it. You have to eat some oatmeal in order to make some bongos.
Andrew's on your side on the girlfriend thing. Are you looking at the chat?
No. I like your enemies. They're little Among Uses.
Oh gosh, now I can never unsee that. Oh, I was supposed to get the other one. Oh no, I didn't get the last 2 coins. I'm not getting my coins. I'm not getting my shekels. Can I do the next ones yet?
Killed it.
I need to go do something a little more interesting. Here we go. As long as it's not... Well, that was forever ago, so it doesn't matter. The little Among Uses.
I don't even know what they're called.
Amongi? They're Amongi, obviously.
They're like little spacemen. Spacemen?
Spacemen.
Spaceman Jones. Like Ashley Jones.
Spaceman Jones.
You can add Jones to like anything.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Generic last name.
Yeah. Roberts.
If she's married, I wonder what her husband's last name is. If they weren't soy people and did a split last name.
It's Myth.
I think she's like she was like in the old videos she was all like white supremacist, but I think it turned out she was actually part Latino.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah. That's how slash pull. That's how it always is in slash pull. So I assume
okay, like Latino is like she's from Spain or like she's got Aztec.
No,
one of
like South America, like Central South America.
Okay.
Because Spain, they still look pretty light, most of them.
Yeah, I mean like the descendants of the natives of.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. I think that's what Latino always means. I think if they say Spain, if it's Spain, then they'll say some other word, Castellan or something like that. I forgot what the word is.
I worked in
Spanish.
education, and they said that Latinx covers a lot of different things. So I think they count as she's Latinx.
I think she's part of the LGBTQ.
She's Latinx.
Is that
Latinx.
whatever I was thinking about before that? I lost my train of thought now. Oh, geez. I've been playing this on my normal keyboard the whole time, sending sound waves straight into my microphone.
Looks like an early 90s or late 90s.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has kind of that color scheme of like computers in the 90s to 2000s. I actually like this keyboard more. I don't have to hold my hands up either. Well, whatever I was talking about, I forgot.
You were just getting extra ASMR in.
I hope you guys enjoyed my keyboard ASMR. I got tired of it though, so now I switched to the keyboard that I was supposed to be using.
This is my my parents fighting in the other room ASMR. While I pretend not to hear them and play video games ASMR.
That's the good stuff.
That takes me back.
That really takes me back to my childhood. I can't go to sleep anymore. I need to find a new apartment where that has neighbors that fight each other constantly, or else I can't go to sleep.
That's what I need.
I need some neighbors that like have some quinceañera ska band going on.
Yeah.
Put like their big tent in the middle of the street.
A tent?
Yeah, they put.
Are you referencing something?
No, that's like what they do at their parties, their Mexican parties. But they have a quinceañera, they put a big tent in the middle of the road, block traffic. Oh.
Call you Appendajo?
Appendajo.
Appendajo. Appendajo.
C. Oh. Gosh.
Hello, Appendajo.
Pen.
That's what my coworker called me. Pendejo.
Appendajo.
He liked me. He just, I don't know, he called me that.
Oh,
I
yeah, they...
tell a lot of people that.
So I know Spanish for reasons that... For my own personal motives that are beyond your understanding. Ah, dang it. And, they call each other, like, really bad curse words, but it's just... At least in... I don't know, more urban areas. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but they call each other really offensive curse words just as like a term of endearment. Much like another group I can think of. But not quite the same though, because it's not like a racial term. It's like a curse word. Like you fucking piece of shit, and that's like their damn it. That's like their term of endearment that they use. Definitely not. I think I remember getting all of the coins on this one at some point in the past, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
It's so sad. Can we hit 5 million likes?
I don't know about that. It's too many. Maybe we can hit a lower number than that. Not 5 million.
We have 15 computers that can hit the like button.
We have 15 click bots. We have 20 click bots running on 2 different computer beds. Can we hit 6 million likes?
We do this joke a lot.
It just keeps getting funnier and funnier every time we do it.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
I want some, like,
That's gonna affect your credit score.
Some cult of billionaires, some billionaire satanic sex cult to come to my house and murder me and free me from this existence.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Wait, do I not need the other one? Oh, that's just to get... Ah, shit. That's just to get the coins, I guess. So no, I don't need it. I only need to get the thingy.
Kajigger. Ah ha ha ha.
I don't... Damn it, Bobby. I don't care if they shot down the laugh reps. I can't... I need to practice it more. They're our greatest ally.
Damn it, Bobby. I don't care what the calculator says. Vote blue no matter who. No, he would never.
No, he'd be more like...
I think that
put the
Beto
R...
O'Rourke, that Beto O'Rourke fella, I have to teach him a lesson. Doesn't... Okay.
Put iron dope.
You know Spanish.
Put
Is
iron...
Beto means like uncle, doesn't it?
Beto? No.
No.
Beto?
He was calling himself like uncle something, right? At some point.
It's not uncle. Does it mean anything in Spanish? I don't know if that means something. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's been a few years though. I'm pretty rusty now. I wish Hillary Clinton would come and shoot me in the back of the head twice and say it was a suicide.
El Tío.
Tio, yeah, that's uncle. I don't know if Beto means anything. What happens if you put that into Jugal?
It doesn't come up with anything.
I think it's just a name. I know there's a...
Beto.
There's a...
Oh, that Beto O'Rourke fella. He seems pretty reasonable.
I think he's center right.
He used to want to take our guns away. And damn it, Bobby, I believe in second chances.
But Dad, he's just saying that because he's running in Texas.
That's not good Bobby voice.
But Dad... Okay,
Romney's just... But Dad, Romney's just pandering to Mormons because he wants to be reelected in 2 years.
Doesn't have a Brooklyn accent.
I was trying to do it. Well, my headphones are on, first of all. My headphones are on.
Okay, I don't know
But
how to do
Dad-
Bobby voice.
But Dad...
Homer, I think that Beto O'Rourke sounds like a pretty good middle-of-the-road candidate.
But Marge... No, you don't do the...
Marge.
What's that called when you're restricted? Marge, I think you're...
Oh, damn, that's really good. Marge. We all know they're just calling Beto O'Rourke and... I'm going to take my headphones off, too. But Marge, we all know they're just calling Beto O'Rourke and Joe Biden center-right because they're trying to move the Overton window to insert their propaganda into our brains.
Homer, have you been looking at QAnon again?
Marge, I think you need to shut the fuck
Homer. You do Homer. I can't do Homer very well. Homer, have you been looking at QAnon again?
Well,
I
Marge,
can't believe it.
they have a lot of good points about January 6th. It's
I
almost
can't
like
believe
the
what
Kermit.
I'm hearing, Homer. I want a divorce.
Oh, Marge, you know no one else wants you. I've never
That's pretty
practiced
good.
a Homer voice before.
That was real. That was good. I think that sounded just like him. It's better
Well,
than
it was basically Kermit, but toned down a little bit. Could you, like, you know, you restrict like your throat in order to do the Kermit voice. You go, "Oh,
no, Marge.
Piggy."
They make some good points.
Yeah, it's just a really toned down version of that, essentially.
Oh, Peter, we need to vote for Joe Biden.
I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. Oh, no,
Hey,
that's wrong.
Lois.
Lois, I'm gonna vote for
I
Donald
voted for
Trump.
Trump, Lois.
Peter, you can't do that. It's racist. What would what would Cleveland think?
I lost his voice in my head. I can't see his face in my mind.
I don't have an entrance phrase for Peter Griffin, so it's kind of
Hey,
hard.
Lois. You just start with "Hey, Lois," and then you can work your way
Hey,
outward from there.
Lois. Yeah.
I don't care what Cleveland thinks, Lois. He's only 3/5.
His vote only counts for 3/5 anyway, Lois. Peter, they got rid of that law.
No, you can only do one of them. You can only do one of them, and I have to do the other one. That's the rule.
Okay.
You have to choose.
Okay.
Oh, Peter. The Supreme Court's gonna send us back in time, and I'm gonna lose my right to vote.
Now, Lois, we should have been born in the 1800s. That was the best time to be alive.
Peter, you're being an asshole again.
You forgot the gold! Now I'm gonna come to your house and kill you.
Oh, one of...
The one in the pocket.
Listen
you can't
here,
get
nigga.
Oh, you can't say that.
I don't want none of that. I can't get them all. I won't be able to win. I can't get them all. I won't be able to win. I'm trying to think. I was trying to do stink meaner from Boondocks. Yeah, I guess I can't say that. I can't say the forbidden word. I don't care anymore. I don't care what happens. My life is just an endless downward spiral into certain destruction. May as well come sooner rather than later.
Oh, Peter, you can't say that on the internet.
Trying to remember his voice. What's good, nigga?
That's not. Is that Boondocks?
Yeah, Boondocks.
Huh.
I said Boondocks.
I've only watched
right?
a couple episodes of Boondocks.
I've only seen
I only
clips from
remember
it.
that from like those old YouTube poops, which we used to watch, and it caused us immense brain damage.
Those videos that we used to watch.
Oh,
I think
you fucked.
everybody knows. Stupid OneDrive. Oh, it's because this games folder is on the OneDrive. It keeps trying to update it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Here, what if I just go right through here?
I think that Kamala Harris would be a great president. Homer.
I can't do Homer very well.
Okay, I'll be Homer. My favorite when you do Homer is just like be really abusive to Marge. Now, Lisa, you need to.
Marge. You better vote for Trump or it'll be another 5 days in the box.
I'll put you back in the box. You know how I feel about that. You know I don't like doing it to you.
You know I hate doing it to you, Marge. You force me to. I don't want to, and you force my hand. Why are you making me do this, Marge? You're horrible, Marge. I don't want to do this, and you're making me do it.
I'll call the cops on you, Homer.
Decided to screw it. I'm not gonna bother with that. Ain't no one got time for that shit.
They're raping everybody out there.
No
What's
Marge.
the no one's got time for that from?
Ain't no one got time for that. I don't know. It's a black phrase.
Like finna. I'm finna get out of here.
I finna. I don't know.
I'm finna cop a feel on this bitch.
I'm finna. Oh, that reminded me of what I was gonna say earlier.
What were you gonna say, Homer?
No, no Ashley. Whose voice should I do for Ashley? Sam Hyde. What's Sam Hyde sound like?
Oh, you know, laddie. Oh no, he's Irish now.
That was so that if he went to court over it, he could say he was being sarcastic because he was doing the Scottish voice, so it was just humor. Because if you say it's satire, you can get away with anything.
What are we talking about?
I was trying to think of Sam Hyde's voice. What's his voice sound like?
I don't know. He just
I
sounds like a
listened.
guy.
Huh?
He just sounds like a guy to me.
Rape that bitch.
Right, that bitch.
Yeah. You know, people say that he's like a big guy, and like I didn't actually realize that until people pointed it out.
Yeah, I would be kind of afraid to fight him. He weighs a lot more than me.
He's like 6'5" or something.
He's like 6'5". He's like 260.
260.
Yeah.
That's like I don't know, what's that like?
I saw that. I watched clips of that fight. Did we talk about that already?
We
Damn.
did.
He's not an amazing fighter, but he's just this gigantic bear of a man. Where's
I
all
am
that
the one
damn-
who knocks.
Gosh dang it. Oh yeah. So look here. Listen, Ashley. Listen, Ashley. I want to donate Monero to you, but no, it's not happening. I can't. I need to practice it more.
I thought you were doing an Obama voice for a little bit.
Obama and Sam Hyde. I'm trying to think of his voice. Look, man.
I love cock and balls. And I love
cock
cock
and
and balls.
balls.
Torture. Let me be very clear. I love cock and balls. Pull all your Monero, and I used it to blow up a Pakistani family.
I took your Monero your crypto capital gains tax, and I spent it on drones to kill these people in Libya. They were on my list. Don't worry.
Don't worry. They saw nothing on Epstein's Island.
Sam Hyde donated XMR to Luke Smith. Who's Luke Smith?
He's a I don't know. He's kind of an asshole, but he talks about Linux.
Oh, someone was talking about... Oh, I know who you are. Andrew. We were talking about Sam Hyde, if I'm not mistaken, right? You were telling me about him and Hassan.
Maybe he'll kill him and come on his corpse.
If we trap Sam... If we trap Sam in a coliseum... Oh, dang it. If we trap Sam in a coliseum with... No? Okay, whatever.
It's a modern
Trying to figure out who
gladiator.
you are. Maybe I think Andrew
His
is
name is
actually
Josh.
Ashley. She's been watching us incognito this whole time.
He's trying to steal our Monero from our Monero farm.
Are we gonna take donations? Give him your Bitcoin wallet. They can donate to you. And then when you're a millionaire, you have to give me some of that. When
Give me that.
Bitcoin goes up to 100K, you gotta give me some of that.
100K.
So give me some gimmies. Give me some autism bucks. So yeah, I did.
There's like talk of a government crypto or something like that. I don't know if that's real or not, but
They'll just commandeer USD coin. I mean, crypto is basically the same as US dollars. It's like hypothetical value that supposedly exists. Oh, I just realized structural flaw in this situation. Gotta get far enough away. Ah, crap.
the long-awaited cryptocurrency regulation framework. White House publishes first ever.
That's what we want. We want regulation.
Following President Joe Biden's executive order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets,
Yeah, that's how
Federal
you know
agency
Wall Street wanted their tentacles in on it.
fact sheet on the 6 principal directions for crypto regulation in the United States. Okay. The fact sheet was published. There it is. It's a long thing. To promote safe and affordable financial services for all, the administration plans to take the following steps. Agencies will encourage the adoption. This is the White House government website, by the way.
What am I doing?
Agencies will encourage the adoption of instant payment systems like FedNow by supporting the development and use of innovative technologies by payment providers to increase access to instant payments and using instant payment systems for their own transactions where appropriate. For example, in the context of distribution of disaster, emergency, or other government to consumer payments. The President will also consider agency recommendations to create a federal framework to regulate non-bank payment providers.
Yeah.
Okay. Agencies will prioritize efforts to improve the efficiency of cross-border payments by working to align
see
global payment
OBS
practices,
anymore.
regulations, and supervision protocols while exploring new multilateral platforms that integrate instant payment systems. The National Science Foundation will back research in technical and socio-technical disciplines
National
and
science.
behavioral
That's
economics to ensure that digital asset ecosystems are designed to be
Gosh dang it.
usable,
Can't get this thing to work.
inclusive, and equitable, and accessible.
Inclusive, yeah, you always know they're going to throw that in there.
Yeah, I guess.
Gosh, I can't
So,
resize this window. Crypto
So it's
has
one
more of
of
a
the-
backing than USD. As the price is influenced by computing power, the US can just print as much money as they want with no limit. Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
nice.
suppose the thing with
they'll just make as much as they want.
when boomers were having trouble accepting crypto, they were all saying like, well, what's the value behind it? Because with US dollars, we all know that there's all this gold in a bank somewhere, and that's the value of it. That's totally a thing. Like every US dollar actually has a certain amount of gold associated with it, and they definitely have that amount of gold stored in a bank somewhere.
You
So
can go to your bank and get gold.
yeah, you can go to the bank and ask them for gold. Yeah.
And you won't get laughed at. Definitely. But then what's the value of gold?
That's an interesting philosophical, philosophical concept. What's the value of anything?
Why live? We should kill ourselves.
It's backed Buy the market with no gold involved. Yeah, I guess so. Which then, yeah, that's like the same thing. That's the same thing for crypto. You'd say with crypto it's more volatile still. It'd be hard to use as like your everyday currency because it fluctuates so much.
Well, Bitcoin, I guess, doesn't have the speed that people want. Like, it only can process a certain amount of transactions per second.
Yeah, you'd have to get more of that behind it if you started making like machines that you could use. You could like use a Bitcoin card at a grocery store or whatever. Someone told me once that they just only use crypto and don't have a bank account, and that they just exchange their crypto for gift cards and cash money whenever they need to go shopping or pay rent or whatever.
You pay rent with crypto?
Yeah, just pay rent with crypto. Just go to the Bitcoin ATM and get your dollars and cents and mail it to your landlord.
Turns every transaction into a long process.
One thing that is super paused that I really want to get away from is PayPal and Venmo, which is just like a subset of PayPal.
Yeah.
I think that is definitely peak globo homo, and they can probably, if like in the future, I mean pretty much everybody has it already, but with their control over that, they can easily shut people off that they don't like. There'll be a time in the future when anybody who doesn't have the mark of the beast on them will just get their bank account shut down and not
want a global crypto system, huh? That's controlled by the government. It'll be like PayPal, except it'll be run by the government. It'll be so epic. And then when they ban guns, they can ban transactions to the firearms dealers. That'd be so cool. And then if you bought one, they can use their records of your transaction to come to your house and kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, you can come send a SWAT
team
to fire through your window.
Terrorist.
A terrorist.
He's a dangerous terrorist and a threat to society.
It is very dangerous to our democracy.
Kill him immediately. Ooga booga. Kill him immediately.
It's come to my attention that some dangerous terrorists were killed by ATF agents. I say we will not stop our ATF agents. We will destroy all the dangerous anti-American terrorists in our country.
Now, Homer, I think we really gotta get these guns off of our streets.
That Marge sounds kind of like the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, you gotta do... I don't know, you just do a scratchy voice for Marge and it's pretty much... There you go.
Homer.
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 I have a big bush.
Don't belong.
Homer, I have a big bush. It sticks 2 feet out of my crotch.
Shut your fucking mouth, woman. I'm trying to watch the game.
I want more beer, Marge.
Now, Marge, I just think that a responsible adult has the right to self-defense.
Homer, that's alt-right rhetoric. Damn it. I have to go off the sides of that thing. What do I even... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't even have to do that.
Lisa needs braces.
Shut up, Marge, I'll kill you.
That would actually be funny if they had Homer say things like that.
The last episode of The Simpsons.
He kills her. And then he kills Lisa too.
Oh, what do we got on? I can't move this window. The window has stuck itself in place. Oh.
Now you know no one likes Lisa.
Problem with
What's Lisa?
Bitcoin is that it has a supply limit, and when that is hit, there will be no incentive to mine, and it will fall apart. There's that as well. Do most crypto not have a supply limit?
Well, I thought if you run a Bitcoin node, you get some fees every time a transaction goes through your node, right? Like you get a small percentage of
Oh,
it.
crap. He's saying like eventually they'll run out after they've mined all the Bitcoin. I believe, yeah, there are a lot of coins where their market cap continually goes up with demand.
There's no cap. For real.
For real, no cap. Discoin bussin'. Short bussin', in fact.
They're short busting. Anyway, I'm going to go jump off of a bridge now.
Yes.
Just kidding. Not yet. Not today. Haha.
The other day, I joked about suicide, like quasi-jokingly, as I often do, where I say it as a joke, but it's actually supposed to be a cry for help, and people are supposed to recognize it, but I say it jokingly, so they would never know. Anyway, I said I did that the other day, and one of my friends who I go to the gym with was like, "Don't kill yourself, then I won't have a gym partner." And I had to bite back. Yeah, you remember you were there.
Yeah.
I had to bite back my first 5 responses to that and like pretend to laugh, because I would have gotten mad and been like, A, you won't go if I'm not there with you. And that's my value. That's the value of my life. Oh, accidentally started using my normal keyboard again.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why people say things. Sometimes I say offensive things.
I forgot
and
if
then
I
get
was.
in trouble for saying that.
I can't remember if I was going somewhere with that. Anyway, it annoyed me though. If you're autistic, you have to say things in your head before you say them out loud, so that you don't say things that bother your
Can
friends
they
and
actually
family.
do anything if it's a cry for help? I don't know, what can people actually do to help them?
I don't know. Sometimes you just want to say it. If hypothetically there was a person who had suicidal thoughts a lot, they might just say it because they want to externalize it, not necessarily because they want people to do anything in particular.
They're manifesting it.
Yeah, there's a concept in mental problems, or just with I don't know, if you've got lots of problems in your life, or some kind of big problem in your life, that you want to externalize. If it's like internal pain, you want to externalize it. You want people to see it. Because there are some things, like if you have cancer, everybody knows you have cancer, and everyone will feel bad for you. But if you have depression, then it's harder. People won't know.
We'll be like, oh, you're just feeling a little blue there. Why don't you just
sometimes
mow a lawn?
If you have, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Sometimes it's something, if your family member dies, then that's easy. Other people can see it, and it's outside of you, and everyone can understand why you would be upset. But with stuff like depression, it's you just like feel all fucked up and want to kill yourself and can't get out of bed in the morning, but people can't like see what's wrong with you. Like you probably just look normal to them a lot of the time. So that's why people cut as well. They cut their arms.
I'm stupid, and for a half second I thought you meant like cutting as in losing weight cutting.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I guess manifest your depression away. Just like how in the
Just
polls we
manifest it away.
manifest the Democrats into winning by saying they're going to win. And it sometimes works.
Manifest the reality that you want.
I manifest.
Manifest the reality that you want to become reality. I'm trying to do that one guy on YouTube, or I think he's on like TikTok, and he re-uploads them to YouTube.
Is that the guy that looks like an Oblivion NPC?
Yeah, yeah. Did I show him to you, or
No, he's been pretty popular. So.
yeah, he's making the rounds on 4chan. I guess he just manifested his reality really hard. I think he's cool. I'm referring to William Knight, if you don't know who that is. He's this black guy who wears like witch doctor clothing, wears like medieval clothing, and he like does a green screen in all of his videos with like trees in the background, and he's like, the reality you manifest cannot help but become reality. Manifest your reality in ways that you send wavelengths into the ether. But he's cool though. I like him. He did this one video where he talks about how the porn industry is using porn to brainwash the masses. I haven't seen
Awesome.
haven't seen that on his YouTube, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's cool, even if he's gay, which he likely is, based on his voice and appearance. But you know, you win some, you lose some. Ah, oh, shit, that was
That's
stupid
right.
of me, damn it.
Win some, lose some.
I want.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Is a Fender Dreadnought a good guitar?
A Fender Dreadnought. Most Fender stuff is good. I know I've seen a Dreadnought before. I don't really remember much about it.
It's an acoustic. It's kind of cheap. It's on the cheaper end. It's like $200.
I do guitar. I haven't played it. I haven't done it on the stream ever. Maybe I will sometime. It's kind of my main thing though. But I have a Telecaster, which I love, and a Jazzmaster, which I also love. Use them for different things though. Oops. I don't know much about Dreadnought. I think that's a rock guitar mainly, and I've heard that they're good. Oh, I just remembered I paused it to look at the chat.
Paused what?
Can I elab the game? The game. So my situation right now is the game is static in the middle of the screen, and I also cannot get OBS to change shapes so that I can see the chat window clearly. So I have to pause it to go look at the chat whenever I see that there's a new chat and a new message in the chat. I agree about therapists. We talked about that one time a while ago. I have some experience with therapists. Every once in a blue moon you get a good one, but most of the time they're just these idiots who are there for a 9-to-5 job, like a psychology bachelor's degree college graduate, and most of them suck. But every once in a while you might get a good one. I got one good one time out of the ones that I did. But yeah, they might. They sometimes have like a confidentiality rule with them, but I believe if you tell them about something that's like a legal concern, then they're required to talk to the cops. And yeah, they can have you sent off to the how did that one song go? Send you off to the funny farm where everyone's happy all the time.
The Among Us almost got you that time.
Oh, I thought I was dead, and then I lost concentration and became dead. Okay. He asked me to elaborate on my stance on porn. I'll talk about this. I used to watch porn regularly when I was a teenager, and I quit actual what I would call full porn when I was about 19. So a few years. I'm 28 now, so 9 years ago now. More like 8.5. But I'll still see stuff on like 4chan sometimes and look at it for a little bit too long. Or stuff on like YouTube. It's a little hard to escape from entirely. Is porn isn't just...
You consider like even softcore, like you try to avoid even like softcore like pictures of...
Yeah, I've gotten mad at Jeff sometimes because he sometimes has a different concept of what safe for work is than I do. And like as what I would call myself an ex-porn addict, like the temptation never goes away. It's kind of like a drug addiction that you're born with, so it's hard to get rid of. So I don't like seeing anything that even borders on porn. I think anything that makes you horny, anything you could jack off to, is essentially a porn equivalent. But anyway, I think you're asking for like my more political stance. I think it's bad. I think it's a bad thing. I think it is one of the many pillars of degeneracy that they're trying to introduce into our society. And we know that a certain country has a history of using porn in order to distract and divert its enemies, like countries that they're trying to take over. I keep doing that over and over. Or distract and... what's the word I'm looking for? Like satiate or something. Placate. There we go. But the porn industry, as some of you might know, is all pretty much... all the different branches and sites can be traced to one company, which is MindGeek. And they're, of course, all run by a certain group of people. The lizard people. Damn it, what is blowing me up? I can't figure out where the line is that I'm not allowed to cross.
Don't fart on lizards.
The lizard people are largely behind the porn industry, much like the rest of Hollywood, but especially the porn industry.
The lizards got to Doggy Saga.
Doggy Saga? Are you talking about that one like Pink Dogs comic?
Yeah. I really like those.
I don't understand them a lot of the time.
So the artist for those is she's like Korean.
Oh, it's a girl?
She has BPD, yeah.
That's what happens when you have a mentally ill woman who's famous on the internet. So do that kind of thing. You never know what will happen with a mentally ill woman who's famous on the internet. They can do all sorts of shit. They'll fuck you up, man. Don't mess around with them. Porn. Crap.
You are sus. You were acting too sus for the Among Us. It looks just like
it's one and probably one of the more important pieces of cultural subversion. They want everybody to have like to have their sexuality stunted. It also causes a lot of people to get gender dysphoria, which that's kind of interesting. Okay, I think I have to just get in and out before it can get to me.
Can you elaborate on that? Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm also not. Because it's like, I've heard it's like you what is it? I forgot how the pipeline works, or I've heard an explanation for it. It's like, oh, you need progressively more like stronger pornography to get off, so eventually you're looking at like
Oh right, tolerance. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a very strong drug. It's as strong as about any other drug. And first of all, it'll stunt your ideas about sexuality. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts. I'm kind of off today. I barely slept last night. Men who are addicted to porn have all these physiological and mental problems. Like it's largely associated with erectile dysfunction, and it kind of causes you to have fantasy ideas about sexuality, to the point where it partly correlated with the erectile dysfunction is they often can't get off to a real woman. You can't get aroused from a real woman anymore. You have to look at a woman on a screen. Okay, yeah,
Well,
that's what I'll settle for.
So it's like hyperstimulation.
Yeah,
as opposed to
hyperstimulation.
what real sex is like, where it's
Yeah.
more tame, I guess. You know.
Yeah, that's part of it. It causes a flurry of mental problems, but actually William Knight put it really eloquently in that video I was talking about. That it causes mental damage, which is inverting sexuality and damaging the family unit, and is part of their crusade to make men more feminine and women more masculine. All done with sex magic, the most powerful energy in the universe. Anyway, so a large part of just the cultural subversion, the cultural subversion push, or can't think of the word I'm trying to find. In general, is just making people more and more depraved, have no self-worth, have no commitment in relationships. Dang it, I screwed myself up.
Will you find nirvana if you watch porn? Huh? Bet you didn't think about that, huh? Bigot.
How do you find? Oh yeah, yeah. Take away your self-control. Mess up your ability to pair bond, to have a functional relationship. Cause people to be depraved and to depend on materialism for happiness. Just the sexual stuff in general, I think, is part of the part of the scheme for subversion and control.
I suppose.
I think it's morally bad, even aside from that. I'm of the opinion that people shouldn't have sex outside
Well-
of marriage, and
I don't know about any large groups doing it, because at the end of the day, you could explain all of this with just like, hey, we want to make lots of money, and we're going to use your natural animal instincts to do it.
yeah,
But
it's a
at the same
particularly
time, it's a disservice to yourself because it's like it's time wasted. You know, it's time wasted. You could be doing anything.
oh yeah, I remember you
productive.
saying that was the main thing that bothered you about it. For me, it's the effect that it has on your brain, which I think is very significant, which I observed in myself as well. It's not just like, oh, you'll get ED, it's like you lack
You lack discipline.
you lack discipline. You know, that's kind of it though. Like to have peace of mind, you have to have self-control, and you have to be able to live your life in a certain way. If you want to, if you really are trying to be your best self, to actualize as yourself as a human being, if you want to have, you have to have a clear mind. You have to overcome whatever your vices are, which sexual stuff is a vice that everybody has. That's like the first thing that everybody has. For every drug addict, there's 20 porn addicts.
There's a lot of rules to it too, you know?
What, porn?
Like, you know, yeah, we say it's like, oh, porn's harmless, but then there's all these like rules and stipulations around it, like child erotic, you know, we find that kind of like gross when someone reacts like that.
I just think that people who have no moral code tend to find a stopgap or a replacement moral code, which usually comes in the form of like postmodern cultural Marxism. Like, yeah, like
heard
political
Peterson
correctness.
Said that Trump is too polarizing as a candidate.
JP is cool about some stuff. I don't consider him to be like my go-to
He's my
moral arbiter. He's my father figure in my life.
He's the dad I never.
He's kind of, I don't know. He takes a middle of the road.
He needs to
stance on a lot
stop
of
crying on camera.
I met this kid and he told me that
stuff. Kermit.
I fixed his relationship with his father, and that's so beautiful, and it makes me cry every time I think about it.
Actually, that sounds. When you do Kermit, it actually sounds really close to him.
Voice is very similar. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the subversion finally working on him, but
Yeah, I think
he's
well,
never
in some
like
ways,
really been super red pilled, you know, like people say that he was.
he definitely pissed off liberals. Alt-light. He pissed off liberals, but that's not very hard to do. Most of these people, like Trump, for example.
Do you attack their sacred cow at all?
Well,
Name any of them, and
if you're a threat, which he was a threat because he dissented from their opinions and he was popular, and a lot of people listened to him just for like the pep talk stuff, the like self-help stuff. And so I remember whenever a couple of years ago, whenever you talked to someone on the left side of politics about him, they would be like, "Oh, did you watch the ContraPoints video about him? He he starts off all of his talks with things that people agree with, that like you need to clean your room, and then he talks about like how trans people are bad. And so he's brainwashing people. It's like you're not allowed to do that. We're allowed to shoehorn our opinions into every nook and cranny of culture. But when you do it, suddenly we're gonna act like you're like taking advantage of your position of power or whatever.
Well, they say, I mean, he's talked about, because whenever people say, "Oh, he's anti-trans," they're referring to how he didn't like the compelled speech laws in Canada or something.
Yeah. Which I
But
guess
they
to
think
that,
it's because he's anti-trans and that he's
well, to them,
tricking everyone, and he has the secret beliefs.
he's secretly alt-right. He's weaseling all of these. Oh,
Yeah.
there was that one Marvel comic about him I just remembered. He's using
the red
yeah,
mask or the red skull.
he's using his position as this like self-help mentor over these malleable young men and converting them to Nazism.
Hey, we're the ones who are supposed to brainwash them, not you.
You're not allowed to use your
Earth isn't
cultural
yours to conquer.
you're not allowed you're you're not allowed to use your cultural leverage to talk about your political opinions. Only we are allowed to do that.
Just come on their corpses.
I really hope I win this time and don't have to do this multiple times because it's really long and annoying.
Just come on their corpses. Anyway, I really dislike when he said that you should kill people and come on their corpses, though. That's a weird stance for Jordan Peterson to take.
I thought that was a little bit too far when Jordan Peterson said that 6 million people couldn't have died in the Holocaust because they couldn't have cremated or buried the amount of bodies that they claimed.
Yeah, why would he say that?
That was really offensive. I was offended on behalf of my Jewish brethren. We're at over 2 hours whenever you want to stop.
Okay. Probably after this level, then.
Okay, we'll call it good after this level.
Kill them.
Here comes Johnny.
Well, as a malleable male, I watched one Jordan Peterson video and then became extremely racist and homophobic.
It was all his fault.
It's because he taught me wrong. I should have listened to my vegan elementary school teacher who told me that all men are evil.
All men are pigs. All men but me.
That's what I like.
Studio Killers was what invented transsexuality. If we didn't have Studio Killers back in 2013 or whatever it was, then it wouldn't have happened. The whole shindig, it wouldn't have happened.
I like Studio Killers' music.
I like him as
But
well.
His little characters are kind of cringe though. The little personas.
Yeah.
And his I don't know, short stack character.
Well, it's several guys. There's like a couple producers and the singer.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Is there more than one singer?
No,
Okay.
they have two like guys who do like the keyboard and synth stuff, and they
For a while,
they're
like I followed him on like a couple things like SoundCloud, and like all they would do is remix that one fucking song over and over. It's like, can you make something new?
Yeah, they've done a whole bunch of
Fucking
remix
asshole.
stuff. They were talking about making like a TV show or something. It's one of those bands that could never be asked to do another project. But that album was good though. Yeah, there's like the keyboardist or the keyboardist slash producer guys are like a fox and a mink or whatever, and then the singer is that transvestite character. One thing I appreciate though is that it was supposed to be a transvestite. He's still kind of like in anime, like they still refer to themselves as a boy. They're traps.
He's a trap character.
Yeah, he's a trap.
Boobs. I saw
Big
that
boobs.
3D animation. He clearly has boobs.
Oh.
The
The old ones or the recent ones?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. It's just a music video.
But yeah, the singer is definitely a man. I don't know if he has a high voice or if they use some kind of voice modulator.
This is so sad. We should shoot John Lennon with a 38 special revolver.
Someone was talking about how like the globalists kill all the people who are like the real movers and shakers in the world, who like they're worried about them like rallying the people, and how like Bob Marley and John Lennon were some of those people.
John Lennon,
Yeah, but John Lennon was Bob Marley maybe, I don't know. John Lennon.
What did Bob Marley have like strong political beliefs?
I think he was anti-war, and he showed up at protests a lot of the time. And yeah, he did. I do remember seeing stuff that like he would talk about his political opinions a lot. How do I get through that? I just have to jump, just magically get through that. Jeez.
Come on.
Things they expect us. Okay, now where am I supposed to go?
I don't know.
Tell me now.
Go through the bottom part.
Good
Actually,
thinking.
can you make that? I don't think you can make that.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well,
That's what I
I
like.
finished that. I finished that set of levels. If you want to stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Well.
That was a good incriminating stream against us.
I hope that people.
I'm sure it'll be fun to rewatch this in court when they put it on trial to kill us.
This will be fun to watch at my work when they fire me over it.
Yeah, they'll have the death penalty for this video. I'm sorry, you said the naughty words. Now you get to be executed.
I managed to get through it, though, despite operating on like 3 hours of sleep and like one granola bar or whatever I ate earlier.
I don't know, surprisingly, like, whenever I've done an all-nighter for like school or whatever, or just, couldn't sleep because of whatever reason, I actually, in the morning, I tend to do like really well in games just because like
In games.
yeah, your inhibitions are like gone, so like I found like playing sniper is really easy.
I sort of felt, yeah, it's kind of weird. After, I hadn't slept at all. It's kind of like I was more awake than usual, like more lucid than usual, but I also felt like my brain was operating on less power than normal. Kind of like a light bulb that goes really bright right before it goes out. I was also worried when I was driving that my head wasn't functioning properly and like my reaction time was bad. Anyway. Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us again, Andrew. I think I know who you are, Andrew. I'm going to message you in a second. Am I a TVCH user? What's that? Oh, Twitch? No, I'm not on Twitch now. Are you on Twitch, Jeff?
I have Twitch.
I could link your channel from this channel if you want.
I think I need to remake it though, because I don't like it.
Oh, TV Chen. No, I'm not
Twitch.
on TV Chen.
Twitch is kind of
Should I be on TV Chen?
TV
What we're
Chen.
talking about is moving to, or at least streaming to Gab. and just having Gab and TV, or Gab and YouTube also going. I don't know. You
I
have
forget how based Gab is sometimes.
a Gahul video in my playlist. Which playlist? And I think that you're a person from Poland. Is that correct?
He said he's in the tri-state area.
Andrew did?
I think so.
Was that him?
You had a Gahoo video. What's Gahoo?
You're from the US? Okay, never mind. Who is he?
I don't know. It doesn't
No.
matter.
Cuz I want to message you on Discord after.
For all we know, Andrew could be the FBI agent in charge of making sure we don't shoot up the school or do
He's-
shoot up the school, depending on
He's one of the people from the Rose group.
the Rose Group.
You're
What's
one
that?
of the Rose simps. Rose like Randy Taylor.
What's that?
That one British girl. Yeah, we're still alive. The one I was telling you about. That's your mail.
Oh,
Okay, I'll message you. Okay.
okay. Well, that's cool.
If I was gonna say something, I forgot. Anyway, no, we're not on Twitch. We're not on TV channel, but
I love memes.
I don't know what the Gahul video is either. I'm gonna go look at what that is. But yeah, we keep talking about having it linked to Gab as well as YouTube and whatever else, but I haven't bothered to figure it out yet. We don't put a whole lot of effort into this outside of right when we're doing it.
Isn't that the way?
Yeah.
Actually, I've been very non-productive today. I meant to work on my 3D modeling shit, but I've not.
Dude, I have so much shit I'm supposed to be doing, and my head is all fucked up right now. I can't concentrate very well on anything.
It's okay. If I die, I have no responsibilities, so that sounds like a pretty good option.
That would be just swell, TBH fam. Okay, we'll call it with that.